President Bola Tinubu has formally ended the 6-month state of emergency declared in Rivers State on March 18, 2025. In a signed statement released Wednesday, the president said the emergency, which suspended governance in the state due to a constitutional and political crisis, will lapse at midnight. Tinubu explained that the intervention was necessary to halt a breakdown of law and order after the standoff between Governor Fubara and the State House of Assembly paralyzed governance. He noted that oil pipelines and other critical assets were at risk, while both arms of government pursued irreconcilable positions, forcing him to invoke Section 305 of the Constitution. With the expiration of the emergency, Tinubu confirmed that Governor Fubara, Deputy Governor Ngozi Mmaodu, Speaker Martins Amehule, and other lawmakers will resume duties on Thursday, September 18. He urged all governors and assemblies across Nigeria to embrace peace, order, and cooperation to deliver democratic dividends to citizens. Now, joining me this morning to do justice to this program today is none other but Comrade DZ Warmate. Comrade DZ Warmate is spokesman to the PDP National Secretary, Senator Samuel Nnemeka Anyanwu. Good morning, Comrade Warmate, and welcome.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Comrade Warmate, it's a beautiful day today in Rivers State as Rivers people celebrate, the return of democratic governance in Rivers State. Now, I'm interested to hear what your take is on the state of emergency in Rivers State being lifted.
Yes, first of all, we want to say thank God that finally we have Rivers State has returned back to democracy, which we have always expected that to come earlier than today. But even as it is now, we thank God for that, and we are all happy that finally the issues that led to the declaration of the state of emergency has been addressed, and peace has returned back to our dear state. And not just peace, democracy has also been restated, and Rivers people are very much happy with that.
Now, to a large extent, if you go through the news, there are mixed reactions. Some persons are saying that the state of emergency did nothing, there was nothing to learn, there was nothing to decipher from the state of emergency. Some other people are also just happy that, governance has returned, in full force to Rivers State. But then, for the people who are still aggrieved, what do you have to say? Do not forget that when the president was making his speech, he also noted that over 40 cases are lying, in courts, in the FCT, waiting to be heard by the courts. And, these cases now might be academic exercise, as it were, because, the emergency is off. But what do you have to say for the people who still feel aggrieved by what transpired in the past 6 months?
Well, I want to say that peace is priceless, and violence or terror is senseless. For anybody that will not want to appreciate the fact that peace has returned back to Rivers State is unfortunate. And we had people that profited from this crisis in Rivers State, crisis merchant profited from it. And I believe those are the people that will not be happy or will still remain aggrieved by the peace that has come back to Rivers State. You see, one thing is very clear. It is an issue between a political family. And if the issue has been resolved, anybody that is feeling aggrieved, you should know that that person is one of those that were benefiting from the crisis. It's a crisis merchant. So nobody with his right mind will be unhappy with the fact that the issue that was bedeviling the state has been resolved today, and following that, democracy has been restored back to the state. That is what I'll say.
All right, very well. Now, talking about issues that have to do with, you said you mentioned when you were speaking that it is a family matter, right? It is an internal issue within the family. Now, for some family people, if I may use the statement that you have used, for some family people, they are of the opinion that the matter was escalated to the external. If you understand what I mean, like it exceeded the boundaries of family and now went beyond, and then, you know, other people have to join in the fight, yes, as it were.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's just like having family issues, or a father and his son is having issues, and it got to the point whereby the extended family or the community is invited to come and resolve the matter. Does not mean that it's not a family matter. You know, so that doesn't have anything. We know people within it escalated to the point that, you know, it went beyond the PDP, which the foreign factions belong to the extent that the president intervened. Even the intervention of the first intervention of the PDP and the president failed, and finally led to the declaration of state of emergency. And today, that also has come to pass. The crisis has been resolved. So there is nothing, you know, peculiar about it. That
right.
Family had issues and they've resolved it, and in the process of having the issue, it escalated to, you know, to an extent which I believe both parties did not expect that it would get to. But
right.
Be that as it may, today, however, I believe the parties have learned from the, you know, what has happened, and henceforth to appreciate the fact that dialogue is the only way forward in our political space.
All right.